Listen. Let the sounds wash over you. Music has immense power. We put it on to lighten up, to motivate, to dance with others, or by ourselves. Research has shown it can be an incredibly effective tool when used intentionally to tap into your relaxation response. Calming your mind, melting away negative thoughts, bringing down blood pressure and heart rate, even helping to relieve pain. Music does all this because it can stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system, a complex network of nerves connecting the brain with the rest of the body. It is responsible for a whole range of important involuntary responses, from closing the pupils in your eyes to the way you digest food. And one of its most important functions is to help you relax, restore, and regenerate. But before we get into the science, let's relax, unwind, and leave behind the cares of the day. Breathe in and out. As your breath slows, allow yourself to be immersed in the music. Really notice all the sounds. Let your attention settle on the notes, the gentle pulsing rhythm. As you become more aware of the sounds, enjoy the safe tranquility for a moment. Taking time to really listen to some relaxing music can work wonders for your mental and physical well-being. Studies have shown that by activating your parasympathetic nervous system with relaxing music, you can significantly reduce levels of stress and anxiety. One study looked at a group of people about to give blood. Some listened to classical music beforehand, while others followed their normal routine. Those who listened to the music had measurably reduced heart and breathing rates, as well as lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Another study exposed volunteers to a stressful event and then allowed them to recover by listening to a quarter of an hour of music or nothing. Those who listened to their preferred music showed changes in something called heart rate variability, indicating an increased parasympathetic response. They also reported more positive feelings and lower levels of anxiety and depression. Although musical tastes vary wildly, some of our responses are clearly hardwired. A study of premature babies in intensive care found those who were played relaxing music for 20 minutes 3 times a day for 3 days in a row had lower heart and breathing rates than those who weren't. Someone who spent a lot of time researching the impact of music is Stefan Koelsch, professor at the University of Bergen in Norway. He's also a violinist.
Many people purposefully, deliberately use music to regulate their emotions and moods. One of the oldest forms were lullabies. The lullabies sound very similar around the entire globe. So the features, the musical and acoustical features of lullabies are universal. They are similar across different cultures. The global similarity tells us that our brains are wired by nature to be receptible to calming sounds. It's biologically coded. We don't have to learn it, we are born with it. The calming and relaxing features of lullabies can also be found in relaxing music. The acoustical and musical properties of relaxing music mimic the acoustical and musical properties of a relaxing, calming voice. The sounds are slower, they have a little bit less energy, they often have fewer high-frequency components, they have less pitch variation.
So how might a sound have a directly calming physiological effect?
When we listen to relaxing music, the sound waves enter our ear canal and are converted in the inner ear into signals that enter the brain, deep down in the brain stem.
We don't fully understand exactly how the brain recognizes the emotional expression of the music. All we know is that it does, via nerve cells in the brainstem, which directly connect to other regions of the brain and to the parasympathetic nervous system.
And from there, from the parasympathetic nervous system, go nerve connections to our inner organs, and the activation of this pathway can have relaxing effects on our body. For example, our heart rate might slow down, our breathing rate might slow down, it can change even our sweat production, our digestion, our pupil width. And when this switch in the brain is turned by relaxing music, it becomes much easier for us, for example, to take a deep breath, to take a long exhale, and that has strong calming effects just breathing out that can be even stronger than just listening to relaxing music. Numerous scientific studies showed that when we listen to calming music, our heart rate decreases, our blood pressure decreases, and our breathing rate decreases.
On top of this, it's been known for some time that music can reduce pain. But in a recent study, Stefan and colleagues made a new discovery, that tapping along to music can amplify the analgesic effect. Listening to music is also a good way of stopping negative thought loops, those unwanted thoughts that often go round and round in our heads.
What I find very effective is putting on positive sounding music, breathing out and in while counting the beats. And when we do this, our mental resources are consumed by the music and by focusing on the music, and our brain does not have other resources left for the negative thought loops. And that is why we can easily switch off thought loops with this little trick.
So how can you best harness the relaxing, soothing power of music? Our music choices are dependent on individual taste, and so ultimately this will always be a very personal thing. But Stefan says that relaxing music usually has certain characteristics. Slower, more repetitive melodies and harmonies with a soft beat, with enough going on so your mind can be taken along with it, but not so much that it overloads you. And rather than just putting it on in the background and getting on with your day, if you can, sit or lie down and get comfortable so that you can really focus on it. Try gently tapping along. Studies show that this sort of participation can help. And as you listen and tap, breathe deeply. You can also try counting the beats while you breathe. By doing all this, you're directing yourself away from any negative thought loops and focusing your attention instead on something positive, even beautiful. Only a few minutes can be a regenerative time out. To explore more about how it all works, let's give it a go and take a deep dive into the body. Breathe in and out. The music, in the form of sound waves, travels into your ear. Deep inside, these vibrations arrive, and then move across a tiny group of cells called the Organ of Corti, where they are converted into electrical signals, which quietly fizz and spark their messages along nerve pathways, delivering this information to your brainstem. From here, these impulses go directly to the neurons of your parasympathetic nervous system, which activates, sending signals around your body. Your heart rate and blood pressure fall. And as your relaxation response deepens, in your brain, levels of stress hormones recede and subside. The neurotransmitter GABA is released, all helping to slow and settle a wandering mind. And so you reach this place of deep, peaceful stillness that's always here. You can think of it as coming home. I hope you enjoyed this brief introduction to the relaxing power of music. There are lots of other simple ways to activate and nurture our relaxation response, and I've looked at several in this series. All the episodes are waiting for you to listen to in your own time on BBC Sounds. Deep Calm was presented by me, Michael Mosley. Production and sound design was by Richard Ward. The researcher was William Hornbrook. Production manager was Maria Simons. The editor was Zoe Heron, and the commissioning editor was Rhiann Roberts. It's a BBC Studios audio production for BBC Radio 4.